Nate, Bob Kravitz, WTHR in Indianapolis. Was that a goaltend from your vantage point? Have you seen the video, and why wasn't there a review?
I couldn't see that play from where I was, the angle. I haven't looked at the video. Vic thought he got fouled on that play, thought a couple of things happened, but I haven't looked at the video and really couldn't tell from my angle.
Did you ask for a review, or should there have been a review?
No, I didn't ask for a review.
Hi, Nate. Ken Miller with the Call and Post. On the very last possession, when LeBron got the ball, did you try to do anything to prevent him from getting the ball, or is he just that good to where he got the ball?
No, we had Bogey was basically helping to deny LeBron on that. He ended up going towards half court, and then he went back to his man, and he made a hell of a play. But I'll take that on far as execution on that last play. We have a timeout to talk about what we see out there, and we have a foul to give. We leave here with both of them, and Thaddeus had 5 fouls and was covering LeBron. A little hesitant there, but we had 2 things that we could have used in that situation that we didn't, and we go home with this foul to give and a timeout.
On the previous play before that, when Oladipo actually, whether it was a goaltend or not, I thought you had an advantage with Sabonis being guarded by J.R. Smith. Did you at all want to try to get him the basketball in that situation, considering the game he was having?
No, we had an advantage probably without setting that screen. LeBron has been pretty much directing their defense. We basically had a high ball screen with our 5-man. He bumped off Nance and came up with the screen, and was the guy, the big that switched out. In that situation there, you call off the screen and you just attack Smith, and we went through with the screen. We did have a small on Domas, but in that situation, Victor out there spread. We're going to take our chances with that matchup.
Nate, we always hear about the Jordan rules. Are there any rules available for guarding LeBron, and is there something else you can do?
Well, you can run double teams at him to try to get the ball out of his hands. He's an excellent passer. He's a willing passer. With the shooters on the floor, he basically picks you apart when you play that type of defense. I think the thing you try to do is just keep him in front and make him make shots. He's very capable of doing that. But there are certain places on the floor when he has the ball, we do send a double team. But made a hell of a shot again tonight.
Nate, in terms of, and you talked about this previously in the series, in terms of keeping him in front of on top of your defense, was it just sheer physical dominance that he was able to repeatedly get to the rim? Seemingly,
absolutely. Basically, what he is doing because of spreading the floor, at times we're not in our gaps. He sees that paint wide open. They put the, when they changed their rotation game 2 and put those shooters on the perimeter, it opened up the drive for LeBron. If you collapse on the ball, he finds the 3-point shooter. And what he was doing tonight, he basically just put his head down and attacked the basket, was able to get to the rim way too much. He really did impose his will, I thought, throughout the game. and we weren't doing a good job of holding our ground against him. Basically, he's just running through the defense. We was giving him somewhat of a cushion, and he was taking that and getting to the rim.
Nate Rajewski, ESPN 990. Following up on the Jordan rules, clearly you have a no-dunk rule, or at least you do against LeBron. And playing the laws of averages, generally it would probably pay you off. He goes 15 of 15 from the free throw line tonight, and we have a game coming down to the final second. Can you comment on that, just maybe how, not just physically imposing, but he just crossed up the formula by virtue of having something like a career free throw shooting night?
Well, you got to wrap him up. I mean, that's easy. Easier said than done. But when he gets to the rim, and you feel that you're fouling him, or you're going to give the foul, you got to wrap him up and not allow him to get some of those shots off. And I thought we were late with our rotations, getting over to give help. Thought we were hugged up on the perimeter too much tonight, and he was at times making a second move and getting to the rim. When he's doing that in the paint, you have to collapse and give help, and we were late tonight.
Nate, also, on the first half, only 5 turnovers for your team, 55%, and easy buckets. That seemed to be the formula. Was that the antithesis of the late game of Game 4, that you guys were determined to have that kind of an offensive showing as opposed to taking maybe the lower percentage shots that sunk your team perhaps in Game 4?
I thought we did a better job of running offense in the first half and certainly in the first quarter. These last 2 games, I thought that we were running way too many pick and rolls. We weren't getting to our second and third option in our offense. We made them defend more in the first quarter, and I would say the first half, and we was getting good looks. We got to the pick and roll in our second and third option, which was much more effective as it was in Game 3, where everything was just a pick and roll. We're coming down, and they were loading up to the offense that we was running. Thought we had more movement. We changed up some things that looked pretty good. Kind of lost. We got back to that quick shooting in the third quarter and started to turn the ball over, and they was able to make a run. But I thought the start was much better.
David Glazier from the News Herald. Coach, after Game 1, you talked about 10 new players, how confident and free they played, and just, how strong they were feeling about their game and their chances in the series. Well, the series has had twists and turns and drama and ups and downs for both teams. What have you learned about your team through 5 games, and what do you think you've learned about the Cavs in those 5 games?
Well, for us, we won it. That's pretty much there's not a lot of talking that needs to be said, playing a team 4 times in 10 days. And we were going into our 5th game tonight, and, what I wanted our guys to do, show how bad we wanted it, and did we believe. And I thought they came out and played as if they believed they could win this game, and they showed that they wanted this game. And, we got one more opportunity. And as I said to them, we have to flush this as soon as possible, and get ourselves ready to play on Friday. But I thought they showed that they wanted to win this game. They came out and played and gave themselves a chance to win it. About
them, about the Cavs that maybe you didn't know at the start.
LeBron is going to, have his fingerprints all over the game. He's still playing 40-plus minutes. He's making reads offensively as well as defensively. When you're giving him single coverage or he has an opportunity to drive, he knows that he has perimeter shooting. So he's taking what the defense gives him. And, he's making his shots. He's either getting to the rim, the game winner, and as you mentioned, the free throws. He's making these shots that we're trying to force him to take.
Last question right here.
Coach John Bozika, WHBC. Can you almost, I don't know if take solace in the fact that Vic goes 2 for 15 and you guys lose by 3? Can you do that, or is that not something you like to do?
Yeah, we'll look at that and probably say that. We had an opportunity, you know. We got the last possession, in the hands of our best player, and we didn't make a play. I thought, we didn't execute that play well at all, in a sense of making the reads of who we wanted to get into the pick and rolls. We went a little too early. The attack was a little too early. That left time on the clock for them to have that play. So we gave ourselves a chance. And Victor didn't shoot the ball well, but that's happened this season. We've had other guys to step up and do some good things for us.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks,